Good afternoon, my team is Ana Karina, Ana Paula Velázquez, Ana Paula Mora, Carolina, Mariana, and me. Today we will make cake pops. These are popsicles made of cake and frosting covered with chocolate. There are a lot of types you can make. You can also use like 3 or more colors or 2. You can create marbling effect with pink and blue or with yellow and green or with brown and white. And they can be like a lot of flavors, or you can use decorations like sprinkles, more chocolate, or peanut, or almonds. And this is mine.
Cake pops are mousse and crumbly cake, mixed with buttercream frosting, then dipped in a sweet chocolate coating. The ingredients that you need is cake bread. In this case, I have mantecadas that are usually two, a bowl like this, chocolate, decorations, a spoon,
Now we will crumble or like this or cook cake of whatever you're using to do your cake pops in a large bowl or a plate, just like me. So it's like sand. I don't know how to explain. But yeah, I think like this is okay. You can do a little mess. It's nothing big. And then we'll have to do some scoops of our frosting. I'm actually using cream cheese because it doesn't have to be like frosting. You only need to use something that will make it more stickable, so it's not crumbly. Maybe like this, and then you start mixing until it takes the texture of whatever you're using. You can use frosting, cheese like me, Nutella, anything with that type of texture, like sticky. You can just keep adding frosting until you like the mixture, and then when you think it's done, you just have to take it and make small balls or whatever size you want. I recommend tiny, and just like this. Look, it needs to stick because if it's still crumbly, it can break, and this won't work. It may be not that easy, but if you be patient, then you'll make it.
After that, you're gonna grab like the chocolate bars that you bought and you're gonna melt them in the microwave. After that, you will grab like the K-pop stick and you will dip the end into the chocolate and you will introduce the stick into the K-pop. This helps like to glue the stick with the K-pop, so when you fully coat the K-pop, it doesn't fall. After that, you put the K-pops in the freezer for around 20 or 30 minutes, and when the time has passed, you will take them out and you will melt the remaining chocolate and fully coat them like this. While you're doing this, you will pat like very carefully with the stick so it doesn't fall, and it helps to remove excess chocolate. When you're done, you're gonna place the K-pop in a plate and you're gonna let it harden.
Decorate your K-pop. You can decorate your K-pop with melt chocolate like this one. In the top, you can put these tiny chocolates or tiny pieces of the chocolates. Also, you can put sprinkles like these ones or these ones. The same melt chocolate, you can put it in a pot and do it like
revise here and start doing the decoration on your K-pop. My K-pop is kind of this one, and it has the milk chocolate around it, and it has the chocolate like these ones. Thank you.
A few different flavor combinations of K-pop that would taste delicious are white cake with the classic buttercream, the chocolate cake with the classic buttercream, red velvet cake with the cream cheese frosting, birthday cake with the classic buttercream, lemon cake with lemon frosting, carrot cake with the cream cheese frosting, and strawberry cake with the strawberry frosting.
Hello, we are making pizza. We are going to need pepperoni, ham, or your favorite toppings. You can use garlic, onions, oregano, rosemary, salt, and peppers, tomato puree, and cheese. 400 grams of wheat flour, 200 milliliters of warm water, basil, 2 spoons of olive oil, 15 grams of fresh yeast, a pinch of salt, and flour for the countertop. And if you want to make your own dough or pita bread, you're going to need a bowl and a spoon to mix it with.
Then we're gonna do the tomato sauce. Today we're gonna take the tomatoes and put on a cooking pot with our water and low flame. While we wait, we're going to put some garlic, oregano, rosemary, and an onion to the blender. When the tomatoes are ready, we're going to put it on the blender with some water and liquefy them. Then we put the mix on a cooking pot and season them with some salt and pepper.
So now we are simply going to put on the cheese and the toppings on our pizza. We are going to put a generous amount of your preferred cheese. I'm using this one. This is like the right amount. And for the toppings, I'm using only pepperoni. So I'll just put a lot of it, but not too much because it will make it hard to cook. And also you need to respect like an inch so it doesn't make a mess in the oven since it can go like all around. And I'm using pita bread, but I think it would be really nice if you followed our steps and made everything by yourself.
Now, to cook the pizza, we prepare the oven at 180 Celsius degrees and wait for about 10 minutes. You can check the pizza sometimes to prevent to prevent it from burning. You can add some extra ingredients like jam, extra cheese, sausages, and voila, you have a delicious homemade pizza for you and your family.
Hello, partners. Today we're going to teach you how to make pancakes. My classmates are Sebastián, André, Marco, and José Arturo. The pancakes are a really good breakfast and they are eaten by children and since because they are very good. Normally, the people prepare them with Nutella, honey, or butter.
For this recipe of pancakes with some fruit, you will need 1 cup of flour for pancakes, half a cup of cold milk, but you can use coconut milk, almond milk, or any other type. You will need 1 egg, butter, but if you don't have, you can also use oil. You will need honey, 1 banana, some strawberries, um, a medium-sized bowl, a mixer or a whisk, a knife, and a pan. The first thing you will need to do is cut the banana and the strawberries in slices like this. Let me cut it. The banana too, like this. After cutting the fruit, you will need to put the bowl on the table. Here's on the table. Now, we need to add 1 cup of flour for hot cakes. Now, we're gonna add half a cup of milk right here. And lastly, we're gonna add an egg. So we're gonna crack it, put it right here. Then we need to get this one and mix it very well. Make sure it's not very wet. So if it is, add some flour, just a bit. Then we're gonna mix again. And just like this, we are done with the mixture. Now we're going to go with Sebastian so he teach us how to cook them.
The first thing that you're going to do is put on the stove in a low flame. The second thing is spread the butter in the pan. The third thing is drain the dough of the pancakes in the pan. Then you're gonna wait about 2 minutes. Since you waited, you need to turn around the pancake for be cooked in the other side. Since you waited, you need to take off the pancake and place it on a dish. And turn off the stove. If you want, you can add strawberries on or banana slices in the pancake or honey. And then the pancake is ready to be eaten.
The hotcakes can have different flavor. The most common is the original one, the hotcakes that tastes like a combination of vanilla and chocolate. The other fact that hotcakes may have is the type of flour. This depends on the flavor that you want and the texture too. For example, if you want to make the hotcakes soft, you need to put the exact amount of flour and the exact amount of ingredients. And finally, the most common and the finally thing to end this video is to put some honey on it, and it will taste delicious.